Welcome to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Today we'll be taking a look at some of the best mods that have come out for the game so far. Alternate Start will be the first mod we'll be taking a look at here. This mod will allow us to completely skip the entire tutorial zone. When you create a new game, you'll be taken directly to the character creator screen in which you can select your preferred race. Let's just go with the Argonian for this one. And moving on to the body tab, we do have a second mod here called the Body Type Selector mod. So this mod brings back the male and female format that was present in the original game. So we'll go ahead and pick female for this one. And that's pretty much all we're gonna do. Let's just go ahead and name our character. Let's see here. Maybe this is a good one. Lusty Maid, perfect. All right, so we'll continue here. And here we are in the alternate start mod. So you can see that we are actually inside of a boat, and you'll find out why this is relevant here shortly. So what you do next is you just sleep in the bed. You can actually pick your class here directly. You can pick whatever we want here. Sure, we'll pick Acrobat. There we go. And also we can pick our birth sign here, whatever we also would want here, just like that. And then finally, I'm just gonna finish it up here. And there we go, we'll get that quest. Alrighty, here we are. We are loaded back. We did get the quest here for delivering the amulet. And boom, we are actually right inside of the Imperial City, right at the dock. So no more wasting time in the sewers. You can completely skip that entire slog fest there and just get over here. Perfect. And also we did get some of our gear from this mod. We don't really get any potions or food or anything like that, but we do get some repair hammers. We do get some armor here, some iron armor, leather armor, and stuff like that. Some weapons here. So some standard stuff. So as you can probably see here, we do have a bit of a different looking UI here. So we're using two mods here. One of them is called FuzzUI, which makes all of these a little bit smaller here. So you can have a lot more here to look at. And the other mod we are using is called Menu Recolor, which is going to be turning this into a more kind of yellow parchment here, so it's a little bit easier in the eyes. And yeah, you can kind of look here, see both of these mods combined work together. And you can kind of see here that it kind of shrinks these down so you can kind of see everything a lot easier. Alrighty, we are back here, and the next mod we'll be taking a look at here is called a Painted World Remastered. So this is basically just a Reshade preset that kind of makes the world look a little bit more vibrant, a lot more colorful. As you can see right now, the world looks way better in my opinion. There's a lot more color. The grass is actually green.
Well met.
The trees are green. Okay, hello. As you can see, this makes the grasses and trees a lot more green, or a lot more vibrant. And let's do a bit of a comparison here. So this is with the reshade on, and this is with the reshade off. So you can kind of see that everything became kind of brownish, grayish. There's not a lot of color anywhere. The grass is kind of like brown, and the trees don't look as vibrant. So this looks very kind of I don't know, doesn't look very good in my opinion. Kind of drawn out. Yeah. But then we turn this on and boom, all of a sudden this looks very nice. The world looks way more vibrant, more alive in my opinion. Everything looks a lot more colorful and pretty nice indeed. The next mod we'll briefly just cover real quick. It's just called the Ultimate Engine Tweaks. It's a very simple mod. It's one of the most popular mods right now. So basically just a bunch of engine optimizations here that's supposed to improve kind of like stuttering. It gets rid of film grain and chromatic aberration and stuff like that. So it just makes the game look a little bit better, a little bit more optimized. And some people, it seems to have a big effect to some people with lower end hardware, middle end hardware, but not too much with high-end hardware, it seems like. So just kind of a bit of a mix-up here of what you get with that kind of tweak mod. So maybe give it a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So the next mod we'll be covering is called Better HUD. And so you can see kind of at the bottom left of our screen, the little HUD is kind of tucked away there in the corner, all nicely laid out. So we have our health, our magicka, and our fatigue bar all the way over there in a very nice spot out of the way. So that makes it a little bit better. Our compass at the top is a little bit smaller as well. So we're using the slim version of it. So it's a little bit smaller and kind of tucked away in that bottom left corner there. So that makes it a little bit more cozy. The next mod is called True Random Loot. So what this mod does is it basically takes every item in the game and completely randomizes it. So this one has a few versions. One of them randomizes every item in the game to become any item in the game, except for quest items, I believe. And then there are other versions that make it a little bit less chance, and another one which I like, which makes it a very low chance to have a random item. So if we just take a look here inside of these barrels, we can maybe find an example of this, like this, for example. So here we have a battle axe of weakness. So this is a random item that it generated here. I mean, maybe this is a little bit OP, but I mean, it's up to you what to do with that. Alrighty, so here we do have a bandit friend with us right now, and the next mod we can kind of just see it in action here. So if we walk over here near the fire, burn baby burn. All right, so this one's called NPCs Catch Fire, and it does just as what you've kind of seen right there. And while we're here, we'll be taking a look at the Alchemy Overhaul mod. So what this one does is basically just makes your healing potions and your fatigue potions heal over time instead of instantly. So we can pop a heal pot, pop a fatigue pot, and then just kind of exit out here. And we can see our HP is now going to be kind of refilling over time. So this one just makes the potions kind of a little bit more balanced in a way. So they heal over time instead of just kind of just instantly healing you and stuff like that. Skeleton Arsenal Weapons will be the next mod we'll take a look at here. So what this mod does is basically makes all the skeletons in the game have random weapons that they actually kind of spawn in with. So we can see here he has a sword. We can spawn in another one. This one will have a two-handed warhammer instead, and we can just spawn in another one here, and he will have a sword. So this one is kind of a little bit balanced. So lower level skeletons will just have iron, and like heroes and higher level skeletons will also have higher tier weapons. So we can see here, let's do it a few more times. Every time they get a random kind of weapon that they do spawn in with. Usually it is kind of like a sword, but yeah, we do have an axe here, for instance. And then we can do it again, a mace this time around. And once again, another mace. And then we can do it a few more times here. Another axe. And a sword. And you kind of get the point. Next up, we'll be taking a look at the Guaranteed Magic Experience mod. So what this one does is basically still allows you to gain EXP even if you miss with a spell like, say, Flare. Even if you miss with this, you will still get half of the EXP that you would gain for hitting an enemy with it. So if you miss, you still get half of the EXP. If you hit the enemy as well, you'll get the full EXP value of this ability to level up your destruction skill, for instance. Let's see if we can actually level up our destruction this way. Yes, there we go. Destruction increased to 11. So you will still get EXP for doing this. Same applies for like minor healing. If you heal while full HP, you will still get half of that EXP for your restoration skill. We'll be on Nexus mods for the last few remaining mods. So with this one is going to be called Less Ugly Black Infoboxes. So what this one basically does is it's going to remove this kind of harsh black border around everything you kind of inspect here. So you can see kind of the vanilla versus the modded difference here. A little bit more cleaner looking here, so it doesn't have that very harsh black kind of border over everything. The next mod we'll be taking a look at is called the Better Reticule here. So this one is very, very simple. So basically this is vanilla. Your cursor is very, very big. So what this one basically does is it just makes it a little bit kind of small and tiny here. So a little bit cleaner. You can see how much of the screen this big one takes up, and this one is just a lot more cleaner, a lot smaller, and a lot more simpler. Alrighty, so the next one's going to be called Young Textures Revamped. This one's very nice indeed here. It's a texture mod for the characters. So you can clearly see the before and after here. The after characters look a lot more younger, a lot more cleaner on the face here. And this one, basically, all you have to do is turn the slider all the way to the left, the young slider, and you'll get this nice looking young effect here on all of the characters there. So you can kind of look here at all of these. Definitely a difference here, especially for the wood elf here. Very much cleaner here looking. And pretty much all of them look very nice indeed here. Every single character, except for, I believe, Khajiit and Argonians, have this nice little texture effect applied here. All right, and here we go. We're going to be taking a look at the alternative sprint mod, and this one basically makes the sprinting animation look a lot more nice here. So here you kind of, the default running animation, it looks like he's running into the ground. He kind of has his body, his head completely kind of in front of him and just running so weirdly. But then this one kind of fixes up a little bit and makes him run kind of straight. But the only problem with this one is there's no footsteps for now. There's a kind of an issue with it. And I'm personally not using this one because I don't really use third person, but it's very nice if you do like third person. Makes it definitely a lot better. Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to be getting into the good stuff here, kind of the gameplay adjustments here. So this one's going to be called the Balanced NPC Level Cap Remastered. So this one basically does what the description, says. Balanced NPC level adds consistent and balanced level caps to all NPCs in Oblivion. For those that aren't aware, most NPCs in Oblivion have no max level and will always match the player's level with an occasional small plus and minus offset. This does not appear to have been changed and remastered. The intention of this feature was that all locations and enemy types would provide a constant challenge level to the player. However, in practice, it usually strips away much of the sense of variety and progression. To make things worse, non-optimum leveling choices can mean that enemies eventually begin to outpace the player in power level, and this makes the game less fun overall. So this one basically makes the level caps a little bit different here. So if we can see the additional information here. So when the player is level 30, the enemies will have kind of offsets to their levels from -4 to +0. So their max levels will range from 26 to 30. And for kind of boss, big, strong enemies here, they will have a level cap of 55 with an offset of +25 because they are very highly leveled bosses. It kind of makes sense here. So this mod is very, very nice. I like this one a lot. So it kind of adds a little bit of variety. So nothing's going to just level with you one-to-one. You're not going to be level 50 and everything's going to be level 50s. It adds a little bit more kind of variety here. All right, the next one we're going to be taking a look at is called Balanced Unleveled Rewards Remastered. And this one's a little bit kind of similar, but it will be dealing with kind of items here. So common point of annoyance for Oblivion is that a large number of unique quest rewards have leveled stats. These are set at the level you obtain the item. So this incentivizes metagaming. At the level at which you complete certain quests, ensure you get the best reward. And basically this one is going to unlevel all leveled items and spells, fixing their stats and enchantment at a single level. What makes this mod unique is that it doesn't fix all items at their max levels. Rather, some items are fixed at lower levels appropriate to their appearance, how easy they are to obtain, and with consideration for their balance against other items found in generic loot. In this way, Oblivion's level artifacts are created in a similar manner to those found in Skyrim. So, bit of a kind of a similar to the last one, but this one just kind of deals with items. Very nice little touch here as well. And finally, we have the Ascension Remastered Vanilla Plus Loot and Balance. This one I'm actually kind of excited for. It just came out just very, very recently. And this one is a very big one, basically an overhaul of much of the systems in Oblivion. So what this one does is going to be aiming to create the definitive Vanilla plus Oblivion Remastered experience. Loot has been thoroughly overhauled so that rare equipment is actually rare, dungeons feel rewarding, enemies and loot no longer stop spawning at higher levels, underused gameplay aspects are made more worthwhile, and difficulty has been subtly increased overall. The sense of progression you receive from leveling up and journeying through the world of Oblivion should feel much greater with this mod installed. This one does quite a lot indeed. So this kind of overhauls a lot of the items and all kinds of good stuff like loot here. Bandits are not going to be wearing anything above chainmail armor. And that's a very nice change there. And only you can get the very best loot at very dangerous dungeons, such as ancient tombs and ruins. So you can get glass, elven, and ebony gear and through those. And to get danger gear, you have to go through the Oblivion itself and try to get those there. And also a very nice point about this one is items no longer stop spawning when you get to higher levels. So iron armor will remain common throughout your adventure. That's a very nice kind of immersive change. Boss chests also contain various valuable treasures, which is a nice change because usually those chests did not really have too much at all. And also creatures no longer stop spawning when you get to a certain level. I really like this one's kind of very immersive and nice. You can always encounter zombies, imps, scamps, regardless of your level. And all random spawn points have been capped so that the tough creatures such as the Liches, Minotaur Lords, Storm Atronachs will now only spawn at boss level points. Very nice indeed. And then there's a bunch of other stuff here you can kind of read about this as well. The last mod we'll cover today is called the Difficulty Slider Fix mod, and this one I really like because in the vanilla game, Master and Expert difficulties were just kind of insane. Master was actually just impossible. It made enemies the most tankiest things in existence, and then they one-shot you. And also Expert, they are very tanky as well, but it's kind of manageable, but they are still very tanky. So what this mod does is basically makes it a lot more reasonable to play on Expert and Master, which I kind of like. I like playing on Master here. So we're going to be checking it out here on this kind of starting mob here and see how well we do against this starting Conjurer mob here. And see how much damage he does to us, see how much damage you do to him. So see, it's definitely a lot harder here than Adept. Let's see how much damage he does to us, for instance. Okay, not too bad. So this is on Master with this balance mod here. And we're just out of the sewers as well. So this is a very new character. So basically, a lot more reasonable. On Vanilla Master, we would probably already be dead in one hit. And he would be at 99.9% of his HP. So we can just kind of end it here as well. Take him out real quick. There we go. And he's gone. Perfect. And I would also include some before and after comparisons here shortly, detailing just how much of a difference that Vanilla Expert and Masters is compared to this mod. So enjoy that. And here's also a pretty funny clip that I had on playing Permadeath expert mode on Twitch the other day when the game first came out. So you might have fun with this. Oh my god, they fully heal all the time too. Man, these are crazy. Oh god. What? She got friendly fired by the ghost. Oh my god. hell? He's blocking the door. Full heal? Oh my god, that hurts.
That boy Goku sent get to the chopper. You aga.
Nice. Now we're level 7. Still alive. Haven't died permadeath, by the way. I was expecting to die, but... God, they're so taking me to power attack. Does nothing to this guy. Oh my god, there's no way. These guys are too highly leveled. Oh god. Oh no, 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 no. He's tankier than hell, man. What is this? Oh my god. What is the difficulty spike? Nice, I think we got him finally. He's a boss, man. This guy's a freaking crazy boss or something. Holy. Yeah, can we do something really dumb here? What if we just run past them? That may be a bad idea here. Oh god. Close the doors, run past them. The good old strat here. See what kind of loot they have here. Maybe we can get this one. Oh my god, there's 50. Oh, we might die here. We might... Never mind. Oh my... Oh god, it's a real door. That's a real... That's 50 million of them. What in the frick is this? We'll just loot the chest. Yeah, we'll just chill here and lockpick. Ooh, water breathing on self. That's actually pretty good. Can we get out of here? Oh, that's a fake door. Oh god, we might actually die here. This is dumb. 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 This is not worth. Oh, he's gone. He's the boss. Can't fight him. Oh, what the frick? Oh my god, he's faster than... What in the frick? Now there's a wolf after us? Oh. Hell yeah, kill him, boys. Get him. Oh my god, not me. Oh my... Oh, we might die. We are dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. This guy's a god. God wolf. I think we're dead. We have no pots. This is it. We're dead. Bugs out when you get out of the menu. Attack the freaking necromancer, not me. Get the frick out of here. Oh my god, there's 50 timber wolves. This is the end. The wolves are too good. Oh god, they're too good. They're too good. We gotta get on this mountain. That's the only way. Time to Skyrim up the mountain. Oh, alright, somehow we're alive. I don't know how.
Am I supposed to be impressed?